Chapter 2. How does climate change affect our world? The focus of these inquiries are on systems and how we are all connected to climate change. They are transdisciplinary and have several links to the Sustainable Development Goals, as well as a myriad of curriculum connections. These activities are scaffolded, but can be used in any way that works for your students and curriculum, depending on their background knowledge. There are many examples of strategies that can help students understand the big ideas. Challenging concepts, such as systems thinking of a community as a system, and equity can be approached through a systems thinking lens and can be assessed after completing the different activities in the inquiries. The driving question for this chapter is, how can we help students understand that we are all connected to systems in our world, in our community, and in our natural world? To hook student interest, introduce the provocation to initiate student thinking. In this chapter, 3 provocations are offered, including introducing a relevant artifact, such as a terrarium, taking a neighborhood walk and identifying things they wonder about, as well as a poster filled with snippets of information for them to interpret and learn from. These are all powerful ways of introducing learners to the concept of a system and the idea that many systems surround them. At this point in the inquiry, we want to harness student curiosity and build off the provocations that have captured their interest by generating meaningful questions to continue to drive the learning process. Tools such as a concept map are useful in this section, such as what are the systems in our neighborhood, and looking at the connections between concepts and information. At this stage, students may be ready to engage in a group knowledge building activity. It will encourage students to open their minds to many alternative ways of thinking about the provocations and ideas that have been generated thus far in the inquiry process.
What is an urban heat island city? An urban heat island is when heat wave forms in a city and makes it really hot because there are tons of cars, factories, subway.
Students provide insight into which concepts need clarity, what students are already well informed about, and a general direction that students want to pursue. A set of cards are provided in this chapter called Habits of a Systems Thinker that can be used at this stage to provoke thinking, explore options and actions, and the consequences of those actions. Students are given the opportunity to explore their own community through a systems thinking lens, tying directly into curriculum, but also strengthening life skills.
It's been a wet, cold summer. I think that's going to be quiet.
Students may begin to research some of their questions, or different activities can be integrated into the process to ensure students have an understanding of foundational concepts of systems and how we are all connected. This step in the inquiry process is designed to encourage students to integrate and synthesize key ideas about systems and climate change. Students make connections and see relationships within and across lessons, which helps them to solidify the knowledge and deepen understanding. Another routine introduced in this chapter is the triangle, square, circle strategy, which focuses students to reflect and process their learning to date. From alternative evaluation methods to standard quizzes and tests, there are many ideas that can be used after the consolidation or at any point in the lesson to check for understanding. Allowing time for students to take action is an essential part of the learning process on climate change, as it empowers students and eases their eco-anxiety. We hope that you believe that climate change is as important as we do and can see and hear the immense benefits and understanding that your students will gain, as well as give them the tools to make a difference in their communities.